Batman Who Laughs issue 7 sees the fully infected Batman left at the mercy of the Batman Who Laughs as the young Bruce runs towards Wayne Manor. The villain knows Bruce feels good now thanks to becoming a Batman Who Laughs, and Bruce agrees with the villain, who offers him a needle, saying if it turns red he is fully infected and that he can use Bruce's blood to make the rest of the serum and make the city what it is meant to be, but also it means something else. The villain grabs his gun as Bruce knows there can only be one winner, and the Batman Who Laughs says that once the serum is red, he'll kill Batman. Jim meanwhile continues to fight with the Grim Knight, who tips his serum into the water, ordering the now turned James to get the knife Jim dives after. The Batman Who Laughs says that he remembers being this Bruce and how hard it was all, but the only thing that's harder is what he's about to do, pass the torch to the next generation. The serum goes red and the Batman Who Laughs cocks his gun, telling Bruce to fly high as Gotham's true Batman. Before the villain can actually kill himself and let Bruce take over, he shoots Bruce as the serum turns green, laughing that Bruce almost had him with the charge in his suit, making the serum light turn red. James meanwhile manages to get the knife from the water, wondering if Grim Knight wants him to kill his father. But the villain has a better idea, making him the first one of the new batch of serum infected people. Grim explains that the last laugh drones are all going around the city now to acquire what they think is the antitoxin, but it is really his and the Batman Who Laughs serum, which will turn Gotham into its darkest self. Grim Knight pushes Jim into the water as Batman battles with the Batman Who Laughs. The young Bruce tells the villain to stop before running away as he is pursued by the Batman Who Laughs. Jim still resists the water, holding his breath for as long as he can as Grim Knight says that it's up to him what happens. James puts on his glasses, telling his father he is sorry and won't be helping. Batman Who Laughs meanwhile pursues the boy, but is shot at by Alfred. The villain tells Alfred about his Alfred Pennyworth and how he would have killed him, but the villain convinced him there is still good in him, leading to the villain trapping Alfred in the sub-caves and breaking his mind. The joke being that Alfred is not dead on his world, he's still a trusted manservant. The drones continue to enter the city as Batman returns, attacking the surprised villain, who wonders why Batman isn't changed yet and wants to know his big contingency, and if this was merely Alfred with a shotgun. Bruce says it wasn't as he activates his traps, telling the villain he set traps everywhere Bruce Wayne would know: Crime Alley, the cave, the manor, and the graveyard, since he knew the Batman Who Laughs would make their fight personal in one of those places. The harpoon guns fire, piercing the villain as Batman says he prepared the hardest to defend himself against his argument that he is the worst Batman. Bruce knows of the hundreds of Batmen he has seen, he is the worst of them all, and it hurts. The electric harpoons discharge all over the villain as the Grim Knight continues to try and get Jim to drink the tainted water for his son's sake. The Batman Who Laughs confirms Bruce is the worst Batman, and they all laugh at him, but Bruce, picking up his mother's headstone, says that the worst Batman is the one who he beats. He hits the villain over the head, destroying his jaw as James attacks Grim Knight, showing his father how he really feels. Bruce savagely beats the villain, who pleads for mercy, and Alfred tries to stop him but he refuses, continuing to stomp the villain and telling Alfred that everyone needs to feel how he is now as the drones begin emergency dissemination. Jim manages to regain composure long enough to stop his son from killing the Grim Knight and gets his remote, deactivating it and stopping the serum deployment. Batman, however, is confronted by the Joker, who shoots him as the drones all shut down and Bruce loses consciousness. Later on in the cave, Bruce is recovering from the serum, melting down all of the dark metal so no one can open any more portals. Alfred asks how his transfusion is going, and Bruce says so far it is working. Alfred couldn't believe that the young Bruce's plasma saved him, and Bruce wonders if the boy lived since he was brought to this earth without metal groundings, and other beings who have been brought through this way have died. Alfred reassures Bruce that the young boy was okay and sent him home before Bruce woke up. Alfred is proud of what Bruce did by staying as Batman and staying as himself. Bruce reveals it's all sleight of hand as he knew Joker rigged the original toxin to his heart before any of this to give Bruce more time than anyone assumed. Alfred doesn't understand, but Bruce says the Joker kept mentioning Batman breaking his heart, which Bruce knew is related to an old jester joke called the Heartbreaker, a joke which has a long time payoff. He also theorized Joker had some type of masked Celerin agent in his blood, so it gave him just enough time to fight the serum and win the day. Bruce Bruce says that when he was infected, he did mean every word he said, that he is indeed the worst Batman, and the ones he saw are all more effective in changing their city, and they are happier for it. And he thought maybe Gotham can be happier with the serum. Bruce says the Batman Who Laughs wasn't wrong about them, and he's a nightmare built on a truth that both Batman and the Joker are both right in their ideologies. At GCPD, Jim comes to see his son, telling him he isn't going back to his program and wants him to stay so they can keep going at it together. James says that he's still wearing part of a mask and isn't fully recovered yet, but Jim says neither is he, so his son and him will try and do it together. They hug as the city continues to turn as usual, and Bruce talks about bats and how they are constantly defying everything, and the truth is Batman isn't about knowing who you are, but who you want to be, which is something Alfred has always told him. Alfred reveals that he tested the toxin Bruce had in his body and he found no deceleration agent, but Bruce thinks that's impossible, but Alfred thinks that he didn't change to the Batman Who Laughs because he is Batman. Elsewhere, Jim heads into the streets, wandering aimlessly until a cadet patrolman asks if he's okay. Jim says he's felt never better, revealing that he has become infected by the serum, making him the first member of the Secret Six. The Batman Who Laughs issue 7 was such a damn good ending to this story. This issue was filled with so much visceral horror thanks to Jock's always awesome art and fitting artwork, as well as Scott Snyder told a very well done story that is kind of his ending on the story of Batman in a way, and kind of posits the idea that Batman is the worst Batman of the multiverse, but he doesn't paint that as a bad thing as other writers might. He actually paints that as his strength. That's what kind of drives him in a way, and it's one of his biggest strengths. I absolutely love it, and the cliffhanger ending leading into Batman Superman issue 1 at the end was really awesome as well, and I can't wait to see how that plays out in that book. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.